While the world watches the ongoing war in Gaza, Islamic nations begin their spiritual tradition this month. This week marks the start of Ramadan, a worldwide observance of fasting, prayers, and reflection in Muslim communities. But there is still no end in sight to the fighting in Gaza, as millions of people there are still in desperate need for humanitarian aid amid hope for peace in the region. Jason Gaidola joins us live in studio with the latest. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Louis. With the start of the holy month, it doesn't appear that a ceasefire will be brokered anytime soon between Hamas and Israel after talks stalled last week. While dealing with displacement and hardship, some Palestinians in Rafah found something to cheer about this weekend, lighting fireworks and decorating their tents with traditional lanterns for Ramadan. This woman from Gaza City says it's time to show patience and faith as they commemorate a much different version of the holy month. After more than 150 days of war, more than 1.5 million Palestinians are still trying to survive within the destruction.
The idea isn't to celebrate per se, but it's to create kind of festivities around hope and resilience, and that we will rebuild, we will carry on, we will push through despite the lack of a clear path forward.
Political analyst Ahmed Al-Khatib reflects on the 31 deaths in his family and others injured in Gaza right now, but holds a belief that there will be change.
I'm sensing a shift that I've never seen before, whereby the people of Gaza, despite all of their different political differences or orientations, are all saying enough. This has to be the last war. We want to live. We want a better future for our kids.
In a month where reflection, prayer, and fasting is front and center around the globe, a hunger crisis continues to worsen. More aid was airdropped in the region today, with concerns that a quarter of the population is at risk of starvation, according to the United Nations.
And in the Ramadan spirit of compassion, I call for the immediate release of all hostages. And the threatened Israeli assault on Rafah could plummet the people of Gaza into an even deeper circle of hell.
Palestinian authorities are reporting more than 60 deaths and 100 injured after additional Israeli airstrikes overnight.
There's definitely a regional interest, at the political level, to prevent massive escalations during Ramadan, which are still a very real possibility at this point.
Talks of a ceasefire and a hostage release are unclear after negotiations stalled last week. Israel says it has plans to conduct a ground invasion in Rafah, a last refuge for Palestinians, a move that was criticized by U.S. President Joe Biden.
Will there be a ceasefire by Ramadan? It's looking tough.
Israel's prime minister fired back by defending his operational plans.
So we will do whatever we can to restore security for them and bring them home. And I hope we can do that. If we have to do it with military means, we'll do so. If there's a diplomatic way to achieve it, fine. But ultimately, we'll do it.
Israel claims the military offensive is all but confirmed. Now, while Biden and Netanyahu exchange barbs through the media, U.S. intelligence says it's conducting a leadership assessment of the Israeli prime minister, assessing his viability, which possibly could be in jeopardy if the war continues.